Hey everybody, it's Chad, nobody else's auto. 7 o'clock Sunday evening, time for some Sunday night live chat. Looks like I got a group already on here on YouTube ready to go. Leo's here, Mark's here, Randall with the Nut Farm is here, Lee Carr is on from New York, Jim Petty's here, Kenny's on, Weston's with us. Glad you guys all made it tonight. Looks like we are connecting on Facebook as well. As usual, we are live on two formats, both Facebook and YouTube, as you see me glancing back and forth at the different monitors, keeping up with the different comments on both formats. So, and since Leo and Mark are both on, I want to let you guys know I did get both your checks at the end of the week, so you guys are in for the raffle, and we are good on all that. So, I want to let you guys know that right away. Pete's here with us. Looks like we are going here on Facebook as well. Bill Disk made it tonight. Not sure how many people are going to be on tonight. It's a holiday weekend. I understand that. So, we'll see what kind of crowd we get. Brian Dispatch. Uncle Shaggy from California. So we'll see how things go tonight. Don't know. You never know on a holiday weekend. Maybe everybody's sitting around with nothing to do and not worried about not working tomorrow, or maybe everybody's busy. We'll see. Dad's here with us. Randy Weininger's here. That's right. Brian will be on the way next Sunday. So Brian might not be on with us. Depends on where he ends up on. It's on Sunday night. And whether he is stopping at a hotel to get on Sunday night, because hopefully he'll probably be here by Monday or maybe Tuesday at the latest. So Bill Wagaman's here. Brandon's on with us. Real quick, a little housekeeping as always. Autocorrect. Please double check your autocorrect before you hit send. If I cannot understand your comment or make it out, I will have to skip it and go on to the next comment. I do try to catch as many comments as possible, and I do miss a few, but I do try to catch them all unless I can't understand them. Sam's on with us. Unless they get a flight. Sam must be sitting at the airport hanging out with us. So I'm glad you made it, Sam. The Nobody Show page. If you're on the Nobody Show page on Facebook, this is a shared video from the Nobody Else's Auto page. I cannot see the comments on the Nobody Show Facebook page. If you want to comment, participate in the auctions, you will need to be on the Nobody Else's Auto Facebook page or the Nobody Show YouTube channel. Those are the only two sets of comments that I can see. So please bear that in mind. Trolls, occasionally we do get trolls on here. I ignore them. You guys do a great job making sure they know they're not welcome. They're trying to get my attention to screw up the chat. I ignore them. You guys do a great job taking care of them. I appreciate that. As always, super chats are awesome. Throw a share out there. Let your friends know that we are on and going. So hopefully everybody had a great week. Like I said, it is a holiday weekend, Labor Day tomorrow, which just means I'll be working, but that's just kind of the way it goes. So Alan's here checking in. Glad you made it tonight, Alan. And what else is happening? Enrique's on with us on Facebook. Scott's here, Rebel Driver's Garage. Sounds like glad you made the Pioneer Village Car Show. That's something we were going to talk about anyway. We'll just roll right into that. The Pioneer Village Car Show was yesterday. I did not make it up there to it. Scott was there. He'll probably give us a little bit of information on it. I was going to call Will with the museum here Tuesday or Wednesday and check in with him and see how things went. Alex is here with us tonight. But hopefully it was successful. Hopefully Scott had a good time. Hopefully everybody had a good time. Alan from Arizona is here. And hopefully it went well, and this is a thing they will continue to do. That's one thing that Will definitely wants to do at the museum. 200 cars, great for the first time out. That's awesome. Randy said he lost the feed. I hope everybody else doesn't have any feed issues right now. Dan's on with us. Glad you made it. Said it was just hot. Well, it's hot everywhere at this point, so I guess that's better than storming. Billy Bowman's here with us. So that's great for the first time out. 200 cars, that's a good show to start out with. Like I said, they want to be consistent about doing more events, more activities, bringing people to the museum, things like that. That's part of their plan to get things, back up and running again and make that a super successful and a super awesome place once again. Billy's with us from Kentucky. Live yard walk tomorrow. I don't know. I hadn't thought about doing one tomorrow. I could. I'll be working, but actually, and that's one thing. Another thing I was going to bring up besides talking about the Pioneer Village Car Show was I have been doing a lot of work in the yard last week. The what I call the new yard over on the north side, which probably doesn't mean anything to you guys, where it was all overgrown with weeds. I started moving a ton of cars over there, started cleaning things up, cleaned up a whole row, and then I'm starting to organize cars in blocks. I started with early Fords yesterday. Model A's, and then I had a 39, and then 41 to 48. Numero uno is here tonight. Glad you made it number one. So I hadn't thought about doing a yard walk tomorrow, but I can. We could probably do something. We probably need to do one. I was going to do one here a little bit later after I get a few more things moved around, but you guys let me know what you think we ought to do. Uncle Shaggy found us looking for a 67 Chevelle. We're glad you're here hanging out with us. Yeah, Scott, just give me a shout. But starting to slowly make some progress and getting some things sorted around the yard. So if we don't squeeze a yard walk in tomorrow, we will try to get one done here sometime in the next 2 or 3 weeks probably, because things are starting to look different. Plus, I've had a ton of cars come in since we did the last yard walk a couple of months ago. So you guys kind of let me know what you think, and we'll see what we can do. But it is nice to actually start to see at least one section coming together. Alec is here with us on Facebook. 55 to 59 Chevy truck cabs. I've got several of them, nothing that's perfect. I've got fixable stuff, depending on which cab you need. There's a lot of different 55 to 59 cabs. So Randy wants more Ford and Plymouth videos. Well, as I get these sections built, that's another thing we'll probably start doing some videos on as well. Trying to get like type cars in one section. 715 Bullseyes here. Glad you're joining us tonight. And like I said, trying to get right now working on 41 to 48 Ford cars, because 41 to 48 is essentially the same shell with different front ends, getting those grouped together. Next will be shoebox. 49 to 51 will be the section behind that. So 79 to 82 R body Mopars. I don't remember which one the R body is, but I don't have many 79 to 82 Mopars. So whichever one it is, I probably don't have it, but I'm not sure which one the R body was. Scott's here with us on Facebook. Rusty, okay. The Dodge St. Regis. I don't think I've got any of those, no. Nope, I don't think I've got any of those. Oh, something else on a sadder note, I'm sure we've all seen it. Jimmy Buffett passed away. That was kind of a shock this week. I mean, it's been kind of that guy's been kind of a staple for everything since the 70s with his entire Margaritaville brand. So that was kind of sad to hear. Tom, looking for a few spare VW spare parts. Oh, that's right. You got a trike now. I forgot you were getting a trike. So, were you talking about VW? So, but it was kind of interesting. I was reading a little bit about Jimmy Buffett. That's right. That's a good point. Number one. That's exactly right. A lot of his music, the critics hated it. The critics dogged him. And I'm sure they did, because he really didn't fit into any genre. In fact, I've seen something pop up that he was kind of his own genre. But, it was catchy. It worked. But it was kind of funny when I read one paragraph. It says how much the critics, just didn't have any use for him, never liked him, never liked anything he did. But then I was reading another article that because of his Margaritaville brand and what they did with it and all the stuff that they did, it's branded Margaritaville, he was one of the wealthiest celebrities in the country. He actually said his net worth was right at $1 billion. So I guess, hey, if the critics want to dog him, fine. He laughed all the way to the bank. It's like, yeah, you guys don't like it, and I can't cash the checks fast enough. So that's right. He found his lost sugar salt. That's true. But yeah, and that's right. And Alex put it the best. It worked for him, and he ran with it, and he did. And he did a phenomenal job, and he built an amazing brand. That's right. Liquor brands, restaurants, bars, chains, resorts, cruise ships. Yeah, all of it. And that's right. Enrique also mentioned Bob Barker passed away. So another staple, at least for me growing up in the 70s and 80s, of seeing Bob Barker on The Price is Right. So it, definitely some legends that, I never met them, any of them personally, but it just, they literally became part of your life. And Margaritaville, I mean, everybody's heard it. Everybody's listened to it. Everybody's heard it at a party, at a bar or something like that. And it's just kind of a shock when something like that happens. So thought that was kind of worth mentioning as well. Neil's here with us. But just what amazed me the most was, the way that the critics just never could stand him, yet he became one of the most financially successful performers in history. So, yeah, I'm pretty much really tore up that the critics didn't like him. I'm not giving away a car in the showcase showdown. Big Job's here. Stopped in to say hi. He's got to get back to the shop. Had a bad Friday morning. Got sideswiped. Oof. I hope everything's good, Big Job. Hope the truck ain't tore up okay, and hope that everything else is okay and the truck's fixable. But yeah, that sucks. That's a bad way to start a Friday. So some hearts and fireworks rolling there. Always appreciate that. And what else is happening? Obviously, another big weekend in Auburn, Indiana. Obviously, I did not make it. I really wanted to go. It just wasn't going to happen this year. The Duesenberg did make its public debut this weekend in Auburn. And I've looked at a bunch of the pictures. It was super cool. Sounds like Worldwide had a good sale. Phil did text yesterday. I talked to Phil Skinner, who does their memorabilia, said they had a good auction. Everything went well there. I've not talked to Wicks yet to see how he did there, because he was going to catch that auction as well, because he was heading to Auburn. Let's see. Ken from Michigan's here. So obviously the results of all that are up on Worldwide Auctioneers. Brian's here with us. Be sure to check out, the Auburn Court Duesenberg Festival on Facebook. They had some great pictures posted. The Auburn Court Duesenberg Museum did as well. And it's not just Auburn Court Duesenberg. The early Ford V8 Museum is there as well. They have a huge swap meet. There's the Auburn Court Duesenberg stuff going on, the Worldwide Auction. So it's literally a little bit of everything. It's not just Auburn Court Duesenberg. But still, one of these days, I'm going to make it to that. Everybody keeps telling me I need to go. Phil's been telling me I need to go. Obviously, Doug Praise told me repeatedly, you've got to go. You've got to go. Andy from Ontario's hanging out with us. Glad you're here tonight, Andy. But one of these days, I want to catch Auburn. Hopefully, one of these days, I'll get to do it. But be sure to check out what's going on, all the stuff that they had posted. Have I ever been to Monterey for Car Week? No, I have not, Uncle Shaggy. That would be something else that would be amazing to see. But no, I have never been to Monterey, so haven't seen that one either. And speaking of auctions, listed a bunch of cool stuff that went up on the F&E site this week. Be sure to keep an eye on that F&E Collector Auto Auction that we do here on October 7th here in Great Bend. My partner Chris Rocher and I getting that thing put together, and we've already got some really cool stuff listed, and there's going to be a lot more cool stuff going up next week. Some killer projects. I actually call them second-generation barn finds is what I'm calling them. These are cars that this guy found 20, 30 years ago, bought them, stashed them, and now they've been pulled back out of the daylight after another 20 years of storage. But some pretty cool stuff. 36 Ford 5-window coupe, 40 Ford 2-door sedan, 59 Rambler American station wagon, some really neat stuff. So, but plus we've had a lot of other cool stuff listed. 72 Corvette, 47 International pickup that are restored. Really slick 36 Ford coupe. Yep, F&E, that's correct, number one. Thanks for clarifying that. Oh, and this is something else that's pretty cool. It's not super slick because it's original. So it's, the left side of the seat's worn. The cargo area stuff, matting is cracked. It's got some dents in it. It's got some rust in it. But it is an original paint, original interior, running, driving 54 Chevy station wagon. It's super cool. Completely original, other than they put rally wheels on it and they upgraded it to 12 volt. That's it. And you can get it fired up and take off down the street in it. It's a pretty cool car. It's up as well. So not far away seen a Rambler in a while. This is a pretty neat little car. It needs built, but it's a little 59 Rambler 2-door wagon. It's pretty cool. Back in 77, had a literature meet in Auburn. They moved the cars out and let us set up the museum. Well, that would make sense too. So FEClassicCarAuction.com. There's stuff going up on there all the time. I've been uploading a bunch to YouTube. I have not published any of it yet. I've got video shot on the 54 wagon, a video shot on the 36 Ford Coupe, the nice one. I've got a project car video shot on all three of those in one: the 36 Ford, the 40 Ford, and the Rambler wagon. The 71 Cutlass convertible video shot. I got we got a really slick 39 Ford convertible restored to original consigned. Shop Cat's here. That is a super cool car. We got a video on that ready to go up. So a lot of cool stuff that is going to be going up on YouTube here soon, as well as a lot of postings on Facebook. So we're just over a month out. So now's when that starts really getting busy. It just ramps up a tick at a time here on in. Up until about this point, it's just been a little bit here and a little bit there. But now it's about time for things to start getting busy there. So stay tuned. We'll have a lot of cool stuff coming up there. Hope to see some of you out here on Saturday, October 7th for the F&D Collector Auto Auction here in Great Bend, Kansas. It's always a great time, and we got some really cool stuff lining up for the sale this year. So anyway, I guess that pretty much catches it for me for what I had to discuss. We'll go ahead and get ready to start moving on into some new inventory. I only had one truck come in this week, 1960 F600, just the cab and the front clip, which is all I want. Didn't really care about the rest of the truck. And everything on that is the same as pickup other than the front fenders. So a lot of good 64 truck parts on that cab and front clip. Basically just took the whole thing off. The frame as one unit, and that's how I bought it. Bill wants a yard walk. Whatever you guys want to do, we can do a yard walk, or we can wait a few weeks until I get some more stuff moved around. There's all kinds of stuff different anyway, but we can do whatever you guys think. You guys just let me know. Just keep asking them, Bill. We'll see what we come up with here by the end of the night on a consensus on that. So that's 64. Most of the free time I had this week, I was moving cars. I didn't go move any cars today because I was tired of climbing up and down off the loader. So I took a break today from moving cars. And thought and just worked around the shop today. So, well, that's not too bad. Big Job sent me a picture of his truck, so looks like the Pete survived pretty well. So not too terrible. Just kind of peeled the front bumper there, just clipped him. So hopefully not. Looks like it's all at least it's all fixable. Promo model time, then some badges and some emblems. Then we're going to do some story time. Then we are going to give away all of these badges tonight. So, Uncle Shaggy is new to the channel. Do certain makes and models on particular days. Not necessarily, Uncle Shaggy. Primarily, we do. I do all new inventory as it comes in, whatever it is. I've probably got 20 cars and trucks in stock right now that we haven't done yet. So I do a lot of new inventory videos. So that's literally whatever rolls in. I may end up doing 3 Chevys in 1 week. Who knows? I typically post on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with either a new inventory video, something around the yard, or I do a lot of work with the Auburn Cord Duesenberg company. Sometimes we'll have Auburn Cord Duesenberg videos. I've got a lot of Pioneer Village videos in the can that we need to share. So typical videos, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We do this every Sunday. And then Tuesday night, we do Toy Tuesday live at 7 Central. Toys, signs, oil cans, any sort of automotive memorabilia. So anyway, Jim says, do I work 8 days a week? Pretty much, yeah. I got here. Well, yesterday was Saturday, so I slept in. I didn't get to the shop till 8, and I left at 1 this morning. So weekdays, I only work till about 9 or 9:30. I'm at the shop by 7 and work till 9 or 9:30. So. That's right. Number one, we forgot about that because we ain't got no Hudson badges up. Thanks, number one, for bringing that up. That's my bad. I didn't get these up in time. And the Auburn badge. Number one, thanks, number one. Yep, it is a long day, Alec, but that's the only way I get anything done. And that, Uncle Shaggy, you got to take a drink. We have the Auburn badge and the Hudson badge. That's what those are for, just in case you're wondering, since you're new to us. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. Get on top of me like right away. They're sitting right here. I just never look up there. I'm looking at my sheet and I'm looking at you guys. So, but anyway, let's get this promo model knocked out. Let's check out a couple of awesome badges and emblems. Do some story time. Then let's give some stuff away. Then let's get into the auctions. Not only did I start sorting through the stuff from Springfield Swap Meet, Denny's on with us on Facebook. I also, last night, I was working around the shop just sorting through boxes. And I had boxes of stuff I bought at auctions this year. A lot of stuff, we may have glanced at it on a Toy Tuesday, but it was supposed to go in the auction boxes, but never did. So, yeah, we typically do about 20 pieces a night on auctions. I've got like 3 weeks worth of stuff piled up here. So, yeah, we got piles of stuff. So, we're going to have an awesome auction tonight. Number one, Chad wrote in his letter to Congress about the Clunker Act. This hour 11-teen. Yeah. Good point, number one. Bill's ready for more Hudson badge. Mark just hit the like button. Appreciate that. And let's get on to the promo model tonight. Tonight's promo, the 1964 Ford Thunderbird in Florentine green. Kind of a yellowish green. Kind of attractive, kind of not attractive. It kind of depends on your taste. This is a pretty nice promo. It's missing the little turn signal indicators on the top of the fenders, but the bumper's not busted up. The headlights are there. The hood scoop insert's there. The chrome's kind of peeled off of it, but it's there. Tony's here with us. Gray Kitty. I don't know where she's at. The rear bumper's there with the tail lights. I don't know where she went. I don't even know if she's in here. I haven't seen her in a little bit. She may have went out in the main shop. Country Club Cruiser, yep. All original wheels and tires and hubcaps. So this being a Ford, this one does have the details on the bottom. I know you guys probably can't make them out. I'll try to hold it up closer on each camera so you can kind of see where there was some of the information on the bottom of these. Yucky green. That's kind of another good description for it, Nut Farm. Yucky green. Kenny, first complete paint job I ever did was a 64 T-Bird. Let's see what they were telling us on the bottom. 24,000 mile or 2-year warranty. Wide tread. Special 3-phase rust prevention treatment. Thunderbird unique in all the world. 2-year or 30,000 mile antifreeze protection. Welded integral body and frame for quietness and strength. 100,000 miles or 3-year major chassis lubrication. Swing away steering wheel standard. 3 new Thunderbirds for 64. Cruise-O-Matic drive, power steering, and self-adjusting power brakes, all standard equipment on the 1964 Thunderbird. So there she be, in, as Randall called it, the affectionately loved Yucky Green. Or Florentine green, as Ford would put it. Matching inside with a full interior in this one. Pretty decent shine on this old car yet. Still a pretty decent looking old promo on the 1964 Ford Thunderbird. Love the car, hate the color. Yeah, that's right, Alex. Tony's liking it, though. Glow in the dark green, yep. How about some badges and emblems? I got some killer badges and emblems tonight. Shopcat likes the color. It's kind of could grow on you, I guess. I don't think I'd want a restored car in that color, but let's check out some badges. Yeah, that one's got a little meat to that one. Area 51 color. Alex Mustang's a little darker green than that. Yeah, this is just, it's like yellow and tan and green, and I don't know. It's kind of weird. This doesn't really remind me of Seafoam. This has way too much yellow in it to be Seafoam, is what I would think. But the first badge tonight, 1937. As always, we'll start with a pre-war badge, then we'll go to a post-war badge. Although we're not going too far apart on years, actually. Right before the war and right after the war tonight. Starting off with his front and grill badge, and this is an amazing badge, for a 1937 Plymouth. Check this beast out. This is a Pot Metal badge with the wings with the enamel Plymouth emblem in it. Scott Lame's here with us. Pretty decent size badge. It's about, if I don't drop it, about 4 3/4 tall. So almost 5 inches tall on this badge. It's a pretty cool piece. Art Deco, great way to put it, Alex. And 1 7/8 wide across here at these bump outs. Like I said, this enamel badge is a separate normal enamel badge like we're used to. We talk about a lot on here that has been added to this massive Pot Metal winged ornament. So yeah, it is a pretty cool piece. On the back, it had this one mounting bracket. This is about a 37. I think 38 may have used it as well, Scott, right in that era. Lots of hearts for that. This bracket's kind of bound up. It has a little bracket on the back here where it would screw to the back of here, and it went around the front bar of the grill to hold it on. So it's a pretty cool piece. Obviously in great condition, considering this thing is 85 years old. You can see that, this is Pot Metal. It's not pitted up. It's not chipped. It's not broke. It's got nice shine on the chrome. I mean, it's a good looking piece. So pretty nice one there. I'm glad you guys liked it. Nothing but a lot of love for that thing. But it is a pretty cool one. There's no doubt about it. Now we're going to do a post-war badge. We're only going to jump up 10 years right to the other side of the war to about 1947. And if you guys like that badge, I'm pretty sure you're going to love this one as well. Kenny said fridge run. Almost missed it. We'll show you one more time, Kenny. And if you're on a fridge run, we'll throw that up there for you too. Nut Farm wants to go to the auction. I would auction it, but these are so rare that it would be a fairly high opening bid. So that's up to you guys. We could throw it in the auction, but it would be a fairly high opening bid for as rare as these are, for as nice as this one is. Because I think I've actually got another one. I don't know where it's at, but I think I've got another one. Alex calling the color lime gold. That was probably an old comment from the promo, I'm guessing, that just popped up. Florentine green's what Ford called it. So. Detroit steel artists, about 1930 to 1950. So Alex says is worth a look. So this next badge, these things are awesome. This one does have a little bit of chipping and a little bit of wear to the chrome, but this is a statement badge. Yes, it is a statement badge. I'm going to say that. This badge is 5.5 inches tall and 3 3/8 wide. Yeah. 5.5 tall and almost 3.5 wide. It's like the size of your hand. In fact, it is almost the size of your hand. No, it's not a bison, Pete. However, you're very, very close. You're very close, actually. It's not the bison, but it is the Kaiser sister car. The front hood badge off of about a 47 Frazier. Check this beast out. It's about as big. Oh, his Mustang's is lime gold. Okay, I'm with you, Alex. Alec now. Yep, okay. His Mustang is lime gold. That's right. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, this thing is cool. This thing has a little bit of damage. This actually has an elk up here instead of a bison, but it does have an elk up here. Looks like a superhero shield. It kind of does. Yeah, this thing is magnificent. Now, this one is only in fair condition. All this chrome has some specking in it, so it's lost a little bit of its luster. The blue looks amazing. This actually has a knight's helmet right in here in gold. That looks good. Some of this red has some chipping. Yes, this was all red. The crowns were red. Yeah, I'm sure it was some sort of a crest, Leo. And on the bottom, it says J. Suis Pret. J. Suis Pret on the bottom. That's another good point, Bill. There are entire cars today that don't have as much detail as this thing does. And what that stands for in French is, and I don't know why, but it stands for I am ready. J. Suis Pret, which I'm probably completely butchering, in French stands for I am ready in this banner across the bottom of the Frazer. And I think coat of arms is the best way to put it on this piece. This was a stud mounted piece. This is missing one stud. Has one here, would have had another one right up here where you can see where it's broken off. Actually, Alec, this was right on the front of the hood. Smack dab right in the middle of the front of the hood. And you can see it against my hand how big of a statement piece this thing is. And these are great. You know, and we've looked at the Kaisers with the Buffalo. We've sold one of those on here, almost as big as this, slapped right on the front of the hood. So these are pretty magnificent badges. Yeah, I said that had to be a big hood. Yeah. Pronounced like sweet minus the T. I'm not sure. Jace. Jusui Pre. Jusui Pre. Okay, that's without the T. Okay. Brian said without the T. Jusui Pre is what I answered. Okay, Jusui Pre. I'm still probably butchering it, but whatever. It's cool. You guys can agree with that. I can agree with that. It's cool. 1947 Frazer front hood badge. So obviously a lot of positive comments on the badges tonight. Glad you guys liked them. They are great pieces. Hudson badge. Story time. Let's get into a little bit of story time real quick. Where are we looking at a few pictures of a car that Dad or I may have found 10, 20, 30 years ago. And tonight, this car actually has a little bit of a story because there was of an article that came out in Hot Rod Magazine here just a few months back. So I thought we would share this one real quick and then fill you in on the rest of the story. Tonight's car from way back when was about, this car was stored out west before I bought the yard. So I started moving into the yard in 10. I think this was one of the last cars that got picked up out there. So I'm going to say this was probably around 2010 when I shipped this car out to California. It was a 1956 Buick Special two-door hardtop. Basically a complete car, just, good project car, pretty much all there. Just needed everything. But it was a two-door hardtop. Now, what reminded me of this car was an article that I saw a few months back in Hot Rod. And some of you may have seen it. Just a few months back, like the August issue, on Bob Mazzolini's 1956 Buick. Anybody remember seeing this car pop up here earlier this year? This car is powered. Bob Mazzolini, obviously a big Mopar drag racer. This car is powered by a late model 6.1 Hemi. Originally, 56 Buick would have been a nailhead V8. Obviously, this one has a little more than that with a 6.1 Hemi in it. I do not have any 67 Chevelles. I've got 166 parts cars. All I've got in 6 and 7 right now, Uncle Shaggy. No, Alex, it wasn't this car. Well, part of it was that car, actually. He had this car, but it was really bad. So he bought this car to build that one with. So I would imagine part of that car, now I don't know exactly how rusty or how bad it was, but part of this car is what built this car. So I thought that was kind of an interesting tidbit for story time to tie the two together. That when I was going through pictures last night and I found these, I was like, shoot, I just saw that article about when they finished that car here recently. So part of this car is in this car for sure. I do know that much. So glad you guys liked it. There's some good comments on that. So that there again, that's what's fun about doing some of this, tying all that together. How about an Auburn badge? Speaking of badges, how about we give some badges away? Let's give these badges away. Who's ready to do a drawing? Mark is definitely ready. All right. Who got in this week? Leo, Travis, Justin, Mark, Randall, the Nut Farm, Alec, Tony Napoli, Dennis Chapman, and Michael Glagola. Stories Time says never disappoints. Thanks, Kenny. I appreciate it. Travis says, let's do it. All right. Okay. Well, let's get started. The drawing is a monthly deal, $1 per chance. Check. Some people send me check, money order, cash. You can do Western Union or you can do PayPal as long as it's friends and family. It's $1 per chance. We do a monthly drawing every month. So as soon as we draw for these, we're going to announce the new drawing for the month of September. But first off, let's get the big Buick oil can ready here. Let's shake it up good. And the first name out of the can is going to get all 4 of these badges. The Model A, these are all originals, enamel. The 30 Chevrolet, the Nash, and the amazing Studebaker. Alex already has all of these. So, without further ado, let's draw for this. First name out, you're going to get all 4. Great starter pack for your badge collection. Alec is drooling. All right. Let's see what we got here. I think I'm down to 1. Johnny Z. Johnny Z is the big winner tonight. All right. Now we're going to keep on drawing, so we've got 2 more to go. The next name will have the choice between the Buick or the Overland. So let's yank another name out of here. And if it's Johnny Z, he's out. You can't win twice, so. Lee Carr. All right, Lee, which one do you want, Buick or Overland? Let's see what Lee picks. I hope he's still on. He was on earlier. Lee wants the Overland. Okay. All right, now for the Buick. Johnny Z and Lee are out. So if we pull one of their names, we're going to pull a different one. Big Job. Got Big Job on the Buick. All right. Lots of cool stuff there. Congratulations to all of our winners. And put these up here out of the way. Now, typically, as you guys all know, we usually dump the can right after the raffle. But I think we won't do that tonight. I think we'll wait till later tonight to empty the can because maybe we'll squeeze in a few more bonus drawings here a little bit later. Everybody up for bonus drawings? Instead of emptying the can yet, we'll do a few bonus drawings in a little while. Because that's another thing I found. All kinds of stuff that needed to go into the bonus drawing can. So Kenny's already ready for the bonus drawing. So we'll wait a little bit, but I got her jam packed. I filled the can up, so they're falling out of the top actually. So we'll get some more of those. We'll do some bonus drawings here after a bit. But I want to get the raffle out of the way. And now we also need to announce the new raffle. So, Alex, ready for one now? Let's at least get the new raffle out of the way. Let's get the new raffle announced. Now, typically, we always try to do one bigger prize and then a couple of smaller prizes. And that's kind of what we're doing this time. And although it's three completely different things, it's all fresh meat. It's all stuff from the Springfield swap meet. As I've been sorting through stuff from the Springfield swap meet, everything comes from and when I go to swap meets, what am I looking for? Anything cool. Toys, signs, cans, emblems, all that stuff like we all love. So I thought, what the heck? Let's do a drawing of a little bit of all of it. So, starting off with our main piece for this month, for the month of September, our main piece is going to be another porcelain sign, which we all love, right? We're going to do a DX pump plate. This is an original porcelain, probably 60s era. This is a little bit bigger. I've seen some of these where they would put like stickers and stuff down here, but this would have mounted on the front of your gas pump at a DX station in the 60s. I mean, look at the shine on that thing. It's like a mirror. I can shave with it. It's got a few chips around the edges, and it's got some chipping along the bottom. The back of it still looks great as well. But it's a pretty cool piece. It is original. It is porcelain. You can see the chipping if I hold it up close here. This is actual chipping in the porcelain from when it was mounted on the front of the gas pump. Mark says that's good. He hasn't won in a while. He's ready. It's going to be his time. So, yeah, it's a cool piece. Great colors, super vibrant red. The white and the blue looks great. 26 inches tall. So it's a little bit bigger than some of the other pump plates. Width is about the same. 15.5 by 26. Like I said, I've seen some of them where they would add different stickers, different advertising down here below, but I'm not sure why DX made these things twice as tall as a normal pump plate. Because the other ones we've done, some of the Texaco ones are about this long. A lot of the mobiles are just basically half that with just the logo, but that's how DX did theirs. So there's the main prize for tonight. Okay, if that's what you want to do, Big Job, that's up to you. It's your call. So Travis is trying to buy it. We're going to have to get in on this month's raffle for the DX sign. So that's going to be the main prize. Another porcelain pump plate. These things are great. They're great wall hangers. They're not huge. They're awesome decorator pieces. Obviously, you can see the reflection. There's Facebook right there. You can read the screen. There's YouTube. That's how nice the porcelain is on this thing. Yes, and that's another good point, Shop Cap. We do have a great group of people on here, an amazing group of people, and that's what makes this thing so great. So, the DX sign, the main prize for this month's raffle. Now, obviously, a porcelain pump plate's a pretty cool piece. So, but I can't give away 3 signs. But I thought, what the heck? Let's mix it up. All fresh meat from the Springfield Swap Meet. Let's mix it up a little bit. Anybody catch the video of from the Springfield Swap Meet with Mark the Toy Guy? Anybody remember Mark the Toy Guy? Kenny says it's a good host. Well, thanks, Kenny. I try, but it's a lot. This is about you guys. So, but who caught Mark the Toy Guy? Brian saw him. Mark remembers him. I thought, what the heck? Let's give away a toy. I got off Mark the Toy Guy's table. This little Structo Rough Rider, like a early 70s, really Funko Pop, 70s era metal Structo truck. It's got plastic wheels, plastic front bumper, and windows. But other than that, this is a metal truck. I think the tailgate opens. Yep, tailgate opens. Yeah, it does kind of look like a Jetsons truck. So, straight off of Mark the Toy Guy's table at the Springfield Swap Meet, the Structo Rough Rider. That's right, it is so 70s. That's why I thought it was so cool. So I knew you guys would dig it. And one other piece there again, we love horn buttons. I thought I'd mix one of those in as well, fresh from the Springfield Swap Meet. Shopcat thinks he remembers having one of those. We're going to do a horn button as well. Nope, not a magnet, a horn button. Another Buick. Look at that thing. Amazing deep colors with that awesome Buick crest. So, kind of a weird mix, but I thought, well, it's all straight from the Springfield Swap Meet, so let's do it. The Structo Rough Rider, straight from Mark the Toy Guy, the Buick horn button, and, of course, the awesome DX porcelain pump plate, probably 60s era, from a DX station. Yeah, Mark, we did have one similar. I don't remember if it was a black background, but we did have one similar, but I didn't think it was a black background. So anyway, some good comments about the mix. I hope you guys like the mix. It's all off-the-wall stuff, not related at all, other than the fact that it came from the Springfield Swap Meet. It's all fresh meat. Thought, let's get it into the raffle. I figured you guys would enjoy it. So, fresh meat from the meat. That's right, Brian. So, Randall is in. A lot of you guys like the mix. I'm good. I'm glad that you guys do enjoy the mix because it's cool stuff, I think, different stuff. We'll put that up there for now. I'll have to hang that sign for next week. But what the heck, we'll put the truck up there for now. We'll probably move the truck to the top shelf next week. But the Structo Rough Rider. Big Job can't go back to the shop. Lee just loves it all. So awesome. Glad you guys do. How about a Hudson badge? So anyway, fun times. Good raffle tonight. Lots of great positive comments about the new raffle. So Mark's like, my turn's got to be next month. So I guess that brings us to auction time. Who's ready for some auctions, huh? Let's get into some auction stuff. Like I said, piles of cool stuff here tonight. And we'll go ahead and let me get things shuffled around here, get my notepad over here. As we get rolling and get ready to roll into the auctions, as always, full dollar increments only. I don't care if you only bump the bid $1, full dollar increments only, no change. Everything tonight will have shipping included with it. So, speedy tonight. Actually, we usually start auctions right about an hour in, so we're actually real close to being on our normal time frame. So, can't drink and drive now. But like I said, shipping will be included in everything tonight. As always, I'll hold up a piece. We'll look at it. We'll talk about it. We'll examine it. We'll talk about that vehicle. We'll look at any imperfections in the piece. I may give you some dimensions on the piece. And as we're doing that, if you're interested in it, go ahead and throw a bid in on it so I know that we've got some interest in it. After we get done with the description, I will put it on a timer on my phone right here in front of me. We will go 2 minutes on the timer. I will tell you when 1 minute has passed. I will tell you when 1 minute and 30 seconds has passed. Everybody on here has a delay depending on your internet provider as well as your device, tablet, smartphone, smart TV, PC. All that affects your delay. So I'll tell you when a minute is gone. I'll tell you when 1 minute, 30 seconds is gone. When I tell you a minute 30 is gone, you need to be thinking about your max bid because we may be just about ready to wrap up on our end, depending on what your delay is. Now, the first couple of pieces, we'll start off with a few smaller pieces, a few lower dollar pieces, and I will announce all bids on those in the beginning, even though it's not the high bidder, just so you guys get a feel for where your delay is at. And non-U.S. buyers, if you want to play, go ahead, no problem. Jump right in, and but you will have to pay for shipping, and you will have to pay for the wire transfer to get me paid. So bear that in mind. This thing kind of funds itself. If we spend a fortune shipping a couple of packages out of the country, it kind of wrecks it for everybody else. So please bear that in mind. If you want to play along and you're not sure for how everything's going to work, but you want to go ahead and bid, you see something you can't live without, go ahead and throw a bid in there on it, and then call me tomorrow. My number's in the description of this videos. Give me a shout, and I'll walk you through it however we need to do it. A little bit of housekeeping here real quick. Going back to July, like I said, I don't like these straggling over 60 days. A few things hanging from July. X-Ray Dean, you've got a couple we need to get done yet. Whenever you get a second. Obviously, Brian's picking his up next week, so that's not a big deal. And Car Old Discoverer, I've got one from you for a couple. That's only from a couple weeks ago. So just a few things hanging out there that if you guys get a second, give me a shout. We can get squared up. And with that, who's ready for auctions? Who's ready for Hudson Badge? I know you're ready for Hudson Badge. So let's get rolling for tonight. We'll see what our crowd looks like. Obviously, being a holiday weekend, you never know what's going to happen. So we're going to start off with kind of a rougher hubcap. It's kind of cool, so I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an opportunity at it. But it is beat up. It is rusty. It is crusty. But Leo don't care. He's in at 10. Well, that's worth that, I'm sure. This is a mid-30s, maybe late 30s era Ford V8 cap. And it is definitely patinaed. It's rusty and crusty, but it's got the V8 in it. It's banged up over here on the side. It's got kind of a cool look to it. You wouldn't want to use it on a car, but for a decorator piece, it looks pretty cool. It's not rusted out or anything. It's just got a lot of surface rust and pitting and dings and dents in it. It's a little bit bigger than most of these caps are. It's 12 3/8. It's got body, yes, 12. So a little over a foot in diameter on this, I say 35, 6, 7, 8 cap, something like that. Right, Rod, neat. That's a good way to put it, Randall. John's here with us. Alex at 5. I've got Leo at 10. Alan says it is a 37 Ford. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Alan. So I've got Leo at 10. Let's get this thing on the timer and get rolling as I get some more stuff dug out, lined up, and ready to go tonight. A fruit bowl. Another good idea, Jeff. Alex at 20. Got Alex at 20 as we tick away on this one. Big Job got a similar one a while back, yeah. And that's what this one, it's got a cool look to it. So I figured, somebody's going to want it. Does kind of look like a UFO. that is absolutely right, Mark. And there's 1 minute. 1 minute has now passed. I've got Alex at 20 as we tick away on this one. Food bowl for a Greyhound, yeah. For a Greyhound, that's probably only one serving. And coming up on that minute 30 mark, and there it is. Leo at 23 as we hit the minute 30 mark. Leo at 23. Unidentified Ford object. That's right, Brandon. Good way to put it. Alex at 25. Coming down to the wire, a few seconds left. I've got Alex at 25. Leo at 27. And that does it. Leo at 27. All right. Matchbooks. Let's do a couple of matchbooks. Let's do an Auburn badge. Once again, just killer artwork on these things. I love them. These are all trucking, and they all have just awesome trucks on them. The first one, the Houston Inland Forwarding Company, serving principal Texas points with our own fleet of trucks. 2905 McKinney Avenue, Houston, Texas. Look at this thing. How about one from the Cotter Moving and Storage Company, Arrow Mayflower, Akron, Ohio. Do you know the year of the Model A? It is a 28 or 29 Briggs bodied. And I did get the VIN off of it this weekend, Alex, so I'm going to get the title processed on it. Look at that thing. And one more from the Heelser Cartage Company, Kansas City, Missouri. The direct route, Heelser to Kansas. Look at this thing. Leo at 10. Pete at 15. Let's get these things on the timer. Pete at 15. Just like I said, these things were works of art. Mark at 25. Give you a Hudson Badger to think about it. But just what it took to design, lay these out, get the kind of detail they got. I mean, you look at the detail on these trucks. Literally on a matchbook cover. Leo at 27. And there's 1 minute. 1 minute has now passed. Leo at 27. And there's the minute 30 mark. Minute 30's passed. We're coming down to the end on these matchbooks. Leo at 27. Mark, 32. Few seconds left. We're coming out of the wire. Mark at 32. And that did it. Mark at 32. Get these clipped back together. This next piece, I'm going to show it to you guys, see if there's any interest in it or not. Once again, it's been laying around the office here for a few months. I need to do something with it before it gets torn up. And it's just a display piece because it is just a box, but it is an original box for, I think it's a 65 Mustang AMT. This was an original model kit, customization kit by Dean Jeffries. So you guys tell me if you're interested in this or not. I don't want to get torn up any worse. It was kind of rough when I got it. It's just going to get worse if I don't do something with it. Check this thing out. Like I said, this is just the box, but it is awesome graphics. Original 60s era kit. Shows all the customization pieces you could add to it. Shows it done with the customizations on that end of it. But this is just an empty display box. Nothing in it. So, you guys tell me if you're interested. If not, I'll put it away. But it's laying here. I either need to put it away and box it up and stick it somewhere where it ain't going to get smashed, or send it to one of you guys. So, I'll give it a few more seconds in case anything hung up. But these are cool display pieces, but it is not the model car in there. So, put something in it. Leo's going to hit it at 5, so we'll roll with that. We're going to put it on the timer just in case anybody else is interested in it. Leo's going to start. That's right, it is cool. Mark at 10. And I don't want it to get torn up. That's why I either need to get it boxed up and put away, or I need to get it out of the office because it's going to get stepped on. Gray Kitty's going to sit on it and crush it or something. So we're going to roll with it. Mark at 10, Leo at 11. Considering the box is, 50-some years old, that's also kind of cool that it survived. It even shows the 60s custom touches on the end of it. Leo at 11. Yeah, but she doesn't know either. She'll plop her butt on it and sit down and crush it. So, Mark at 12. Or, yes, you would use it for a litter box, yeah. Cut it up and frame it. You could do that, or you might be able to flatten it out, too. I mean, you could probably flatten it out and do it. Leo at 13 without ruining it. Just past the 1 minute mark. We just passed the minute mark right before Leo bid that 13. So, Leo at 13, ticking away up, heading towards that minute 30 mark. Leo at 13. And there's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. Yeah, that's what I don't want to happen, Jeff. That's why I need to do something with it. Leo at 13 as we're coming out of the wire. Mark at 14 with a few seconds left. Allen at 15, right at the wire. Allen at 15 as it hit 159. Holy cow. Allen had like a half a second. Barely snuck that one in there. Auburn badge. I'm going to slide another toy in here. We sold that toy truck last week that needed wheels, and I've got some other toys like that. I thought I'd throw another one in tonight that is just a, there again, structurally it's a good toy, but it's missing a couple wheels. The paint's bad. I don't have time to mess with these, but, if somebody had a couple hours, found a couple wheels, bead blasted some of these things, repainted them, they would be amazing. And that's what this truck here would be. It's definitely, a nice one is expensive, but this is a rougher one. Somebody can still do something cool with it. So you guys let me know what you think of this toy. Leo's already at 15. He ain't even starting at 10 anymore. On this old school cab over type toy. Missing the rear axle. Paint is rough and it has surface rust. Kitty fur in here floating around. Imagine that. It does have the front wheels and axles, and the rear axles there, it's just missing the rear wheels. Kenny at 20. So there again, if somebody had a couple extra hours, found a couple of wheels for it, bead blasted it, repainted it, it'd be an amazing toy. It's just, I don't have time to mess with a lot of these. Kenny's starting us off Kenny's at 20. We had Leo at 15, Kenny at 20. Let's get this thing on the timer and get rolling. Yeah, like I said, I've got some of this stuff. I've got a lot of this stuff sitting around that I don't have time to mess with. I just as well send it down the road to you guys. Tractor Mike at 21. Tractor Mike's on with us. Watch out, Tractor Mike's here. No markings on it that I can find, no. Even on the backside, I don't really see anything. Leo at 22. One minute has passed. Tractor Mike at 23. No, actually, I thought they were, but they are metal wheels. They got a little bit of that light surface rust on them. They are stamped steel wheels. Good point, Jeff. Glad you brought that up. Tractor Mike at 23. Coming up on that minute 30 mark. And there's the minute 30 mark. Minute 30 has passed. Tractor Mike at 23. To a certain extent, yes, Brian, original paint is worth more, but when this one is missing so much of the original paint, sometimes it's better than just go ahead and repaint them. Tractor Mike at 23. Coming down to the wire. Tweely D's here with us, ticking away. A few seconds left. Tractor Mike at 23. Kenny at 25. Big Job 30. And that does it. Big Job at 30. Several shots right there at the end. Big Job at 30. All right, let's see. License plate. Haven't done a license plate yet tonight. Mike had some choice words for everybody. Let's get a license plate squeezed in here. This has got a little surface rust on it, but I don't really remember doing many of these. And I don't know why. I don't know. It's just something that haven't popped up. The Kansas 1960 plate. I mean, we've done a lot of late 50s, early 60s, but I really don't remember doing an actual 1960. white with navy blue. Little surface rust around the edges, but right here where the numbers and the paint are still looks pretty good. Standard size plate, roughly the 12x6. This is all stamped in the corner right here, so it's not cut out. Leo at 20, ED Edwards County, 1929. Kind of odd, 1929 on a 1960 tag. The back of it still has most of the paint there as well. Just a little surface rust over here along this edge. So nothing huge, still a good looking tag. Like I said, I don't think we've done, I just don't remember doing many 1960s. Leo at 20, as we are live on the timer. Martin at 25. Oh, we got something epic coming up here pretty quick too. Well, actually, we got a couple cool things coming up, guys. Pay attention. We are live on the timer on this one. Leo at 26. But things are going to get real fun here over the next few pieces. And we're going to do something completely different we haven't done before. Martin at 30. We're going to do an auction unlike anything we've ever done. Yeah, I'm getting everybody pumped up. Martin at 30. Leo, 31. Yeah, that's true. If your name's Ed and you were born in 60, or if you're born in 1929, either. Oh, just past the minute mark. We're at a minute 10. I was reading Brian's comment that he wants to pay for Big Jobs toys, so we can do that too. Martin at 35. This one I think was a car because they had T if it was a truck. Martin at 35. And there's the minute 30 mark. Minute 30 has passed. Martin at 35. Leo, 36. Travis at 38. Just a few seconds left. Anybody going to slide in here? That does it. Travis at 38. And Martin came back at 39, just a few seconds too late. That's right, Nut Farman, now for something completely different. All right. This thing is epic. Epic. We just need to do some of this here before we even get into some of this. Because we're going to mix some things up. This next piece is amazing. Tony's here with us. So, big ticket item. I think it's better. I hope it's a big ticket item because that needs to cover what I paid for it. But it may look a little familiar to you, but it is super, super cool, and you guys aren't going to want to miss it. And it may look familiar to you because we just looked at it. It's the 1947 Fraser Hood Badge. Yes, this is a duplicate for me. Yeah. Check this thing out. I told you it was going to get exciting. Tweedledee at 20. If you'll remember, 5 3/8 by 3 1/4. Brandon at 50. So 5 3/8 by a little over 3. Had the elk head, had the Knight's Shield, whatever I said wrong at the bottom. Mark at 40. Alex at 65. Alec at 40 over here. Missing one stud on the back. Slight curvature to it, by which I believe was to fit the hood. But there it is, almost the size of the palm of your hand. The 1947 Fraser Hood Badge. Let's get it on the timer. And I have Alex at 65 is my current high bidder. Leo at 70. So these things are these are amazing. And just like the comment earlier, there's more detail in this badge than there is in an entire new car, which is not too far off. Is the Plymouth coming up? I said, I would sell the Plymouth. We'll talk about the Plymouth in a little bit. We got Alex at 65. We are on the timer. Alex at 75. Leo at 70. Alex at 75. I missed that Leo bid. Sorry, guys. Alex at 75. All right, guys. There's the 1 minute mark. And that's right, Shopcat. That is completely right. It's a funny thing. It's stodgy, steadfast, but amazing details like this. That's a perfect way to put it, Shopcat. Alex at 75. Tony, 77. Alec at 80. And there's the minute 30 mark. Alec at 80 as we hit the minute 30 mark. There's Gray Kitty. Alec at 80. I'm keeping an eye close on this one because we're ticking down. We're not at the end yet, but we're getting close, guys. Alec at 80. And that did it. Alec at 80. Figured there'd been a little more shooting at the end there, but Alec at 80 got it done. Those things are cool. Okay, anybody want to talk about the Plymouth badge real quick? Or is anybody interested in it? We looked at it earlier. Like I said, these are extremely rare. And the guys that are restoring these cars, you know, will pay dearly for them, especially one in this condition. I've sold several of these in the past. We got a lot of bids coming in, and we're getting pretty close already. Mark at 100. So I guess we've got to sell it with this kind of interest. We're just, Alex, the bids are just pouring in. I guess we'll just put it on the timer. You guys just keep bidding. So I'll shut up and we'll put it on the timer. Alex at 110. We've already looked at it. Alex at 110 on the Plymouth badge. We are live. Alex at 110. Mark at 125. Leo at 105. Mark at 125 is our high bidder. Yeah, exactly, Shopcat. White Oak cars. I mean, look at the detail in this. So this is pot metal. That's all cast into it. The enamel badge is amazing. Nut Farm at 130. Alex at 130. I had Nut Farm first. It is 4 3/4 tall. Mark 135. So it's 4 3/4 tall. And about 1 7/8 wide. That's right. The artwork made a statement. That is absolutely true. Nut Farm at 140. Look at the quality of the Plymouth on the enamel badge as well. It's not chipped up. It's got great color. Just past the 1 minute mark. I missed that. We are at 115 now. So Nut Farm at 140. And there's 1 minute, 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds has now passed. Alex at 150. You bidding, Gray Kitty? You are. Well, Alex has already got you beat. Alex at 150. Few seconds left on this one. Has Alex got it locked in? We're going to find out here in a few seconds. Alex at 150. Mark at 155. And that did it. Mark at 155. That was some good shooting by Mark. Got that in at about 157. Good shot, Mark. Denny came in at 152 over here, just a few seconds too late. It just popped up right as I said that, Denny. I turned it off and looked over here. It would have been about 205, and you popped up. We had Mark at 155. Mark had you covered anyway, but I did catch your comment. I didn't really think I missed you. Gray Kitty, you do not stand on the keyboard. No. Here, you can say hi, but you cannot stand on the keyboard. Yes, say hi. Say hi. Meow. All right, you can't stand on the keyboard. All right, let me get this written up so I don't forget. Okay. Awesome, guys. That was tons of fun. Alex said you can see the laser dots on his head. All right, what's next? Oh, I completely got sidetracked. Doesn't have an Auburn badge after that one. I actually got both of them after this one. We're going to do something completely different. We've never done this before. As I was picking things up around the shop, like I told you guys, I had this big box of cans. I kept walking around. Been walking around for a couple months. They were all $5, $10, maybe some $15 cans. And I thought, what do I do with all these things? I don't want to clean them up, sell them one at a time for $5 and $10 and $15 cans. So here's what I did. There's about 30 of them in there. Some of them were still full. I didn't mess with those. I want to know what you guys think of this idea. What do you think of this idea, Gray Kitty? Box number 1, box number 2. Kevin L's here. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We have 2 boxes of cans. There are 12 cans per box. Everything from like small pint cans up to, I think there's even a 1-gallon can in one of them. They're all empty. Some of them are rough. Some of them are rusted out. They're dirty. Some of them are metal. Some of them are composite. It's just a whole menagerie of cans. Now, there are 2 cans that are the same in each box. So there are 22 different cans. So here's what I want to do. Travis is already trying to bid. Before we start bidding, here's what I want to do. At the end of 2 minutes, the high bidder will have their choice between box number 1, box number 2, or they can take both boxes at twice the price. So if the final bid is $50 and the high bidder chooses to take both boxes, it would be $100. If they have the bid at $50, they want box number 1, they can take box number 1. They can take box number 2 for $50, or both boxes for whatever their high bid is times 2. Does everybody understand that? Does that make sense? Sound like fun? Or does it sound too complicated? I don't want to make it too difficult. But the high bidder at the end of 2 minutes will have their choice between box 1, box 2, or both boxes at 2 times the money. So let's go ahead and get started. If you buy both boxes, I probably will ship them all in one box. So, all right. There we go. Box 1, box 2. There are 12 cans per box. A mixture. I think one box has a gallon can. The other one does not have a gallon can. Yeah, I know you don't understand, Mike. It's a little too difficult for you. I know you should understand it. So there we go. 12 cans per box. You can choose 1 box, 2 box, or both boxes at 2 times the money. Leo at 67. Let's go ahead and get this thing on the timer. And we'll see how it goes. I thought it'd be something kind of different. These boxes, just to give Mark said he's done. I kind of figured after that you might be kind of done, Mark, but I think that was probably well worth being done for, honestly. No, there's no big Buick oil cans. There's no, there's no 30, 40, $50 cans in here. These are all $5 to maybe $15 cans. These boxes, just so you know, are, whoa, making a mess is what they're doing. 16 by 12 by 8. And there's the 1 minute mark. Leo at 67. 1 minute has passed. All kinds of cans. It was worth it, Mark. Trust me. Here, I'll make you feel better. Even though you can't bid anymore, I'll make you feel better. That should make anybody feel better. And there's the minute 30 mark. Leo at 67. Leo may have knocked everybody out on this deal. We're coming out of the wire. We got a few seconds left, but Leo may have just knocked everybody out right out of the gate on this one. And that does it. Leo at 67. Yeah, that's right. I think Leo shut everybody up. So what do you want, Leo? Box 1, box 2, or both at 67 per box? Randall doesn't feel better. Leo's taking them both. Okay, we'll mark them both to Leo. Leo got an Instacan collection. That was easy enough. Leo just goes out there, boom, swinging with a big stick, takes care of everybody, takes both boxes over. Brian said it was fun, so we'll try to do that some more. Of course, if Leo just goes in and knocks everybody out right out of the gate, it might not last long, but. So I'll probably put those all in one box. Leo, put some of them inside others if that's okay, so that it all goes in one shot. All right, what's next? Ooh, more cool stuff. I told you, I kept finding cool stuff everywhere. Instacan instead of Instacart, yep. All right, one thing we haven't done yet tonight, grease cap. Got a couple. Remember, I got almost 50 grease caps at Springfield. And this is banged up a little bit, but man, it's cool. Kenny's in at 10. He ain't even seen it yet. Check that out. Oldsmobile. It is whammoed right here on this side, even to the point where it cracked it and got just the end of the LE off the Oldsmobile. This is all pretty clear. Leo at 12. Says it got blurry all of a sudden. Now she didn't lick the lens. I can try to wipe it, though. Oh, there it looks like it cleared up a little bit. Let me try to wipe it off. I don't know if that helped or made it worse, but it looks like it cleared up on my end. Alex at 40. This cap is about 2 5/8 across the back. Across the hex part, it's about 2 inches across the hex part of this little Oldsmobile grease cap. Alex at 40. Let's get this thing rolling on the timer. Sound like I wiped it with sandpaper. It was just a tissue paper, so. Alex at 40 on the little grease cap. night, almost on the 1 minute mark. Alex at 40. And there's 1 minute. Alex at 40. It is awful quiet, Tweedly D. It's very quiet. And these grease caps, everybody digs these grease caps, so we'll see what's going to happen here in a few more seconds. And there's the minute 30 mark. I don't know if Alex locked this one in or if he's sweating bullets by now. Alex is waiting for an ambush. Yep, that's... Still got the bid at $40 as we're ticking away. We got a few seconds left, but not a lot. Tony at 42. And that did it. Yep, Tony snuck that one in at 42. Alex came back at 45, just a little bit too late. Now, we're going to do something different. We've never done one of these before, but it is cool. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it, so I'm going to sell it to you. Zach made it. Whiskey Business is here. How about a cigar box? You expect more from Standard and you get it when you buy Red Crown Gasoline, the purple gasoline with the power personality. Designed with greater drawbar power in mind. Now, what's great about this is inside, it says Standard Oil on the front of it as well. Inside, it actually lists purple Red Crown Gasoline, the power drive in 55. So this is from 1955, the way it looks. Travis at 20, but it gives you specifics. Certified quality, fair price, fast starts, all kinds of specifics on the inside lid. Now, along with that is also going to go a standard screwdriver. These are the little pocket screwdrivers. This is from Standard Oil Company, McInerney Oil, Smith Center, Kansas. Mark at 25. Nothing in the cigar box, no stogies. A little bit of warning on the bottom. Travis at 30, Leo at 30. I had Travis first at 30 on the little Standard Oil cigar box. Mark at 40. The Standard Oil screwdriver and cigar box. Travis 41. Leo 45. The great thing was gas was 19 cents a gallon. Yeah, that's true. Let's see what it says in here. A good gasoline is like a good smoke. So that was their catch. A good gasoline was like a good smoke. Obviously not something you would hear today. Light them up at the pump. That's right, Tweedly. That or Nut Farm, that'll make things interesting. That's same that shot categories. Yep. Certified quality, exclusive purple identification, Standard Oil gasoline. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Mark at 50. And there's 1 minute. Travis at 55. So talking about the gasoline here, the cigars here. The gasoline is a fair price. The certified quality, maker's name, ensuring fine tobacco is a reasonable price. The gasoline has fast starts. The cigars light quickly. The gasoline has controlled volatility. The cigar has controlled quality. Mark at 60. The gasoline has smooth, even combustion. The cigar has smooth, even burning. Travis at 65 as we hit the minute 30 mark. Clean burning, longer engine life for the gasoline. Clean burning, controlled ash for the cigar. Maximum power for the gasoline. Maximum satisfaction for the cigar. And when you need good gasoline, you need it now. When you want to smoke, you want it now. Comparing the cigars to the gasoline. Travis at 65. We've got a few seconds left on this one. Travis at 65. Screwdriver going along with it. Mark at 68 slides that in right at the very last second. Mark at 68 coming in at about 159. Mark, you had 0 extra time on that. But you got it in. You got it done at 68. Yes. Hello, Grey Kitty. Yes. You're back? Yes. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, license plate guys. Something we haven't done in a while. Dad found a couple of these. Not you, Grey Kitty. We had some of these a while back. These are almost impossible to find. Leo started off at 20, which is just going to be a good start. Brand new in the plate. And Alex, we're just getting started, Alex, because all this stuff I've been finding around the shop, all the stuff I've got from Springfield. Tweely at 30, Leo at 25, Travis at 25. We got Tweely at 30. NT 3730, Leo at 40. NT 3730, brand new, original envelope from 1969 plate. I mean, obviously looks amazing. Was never even test fit, never had a screw put in it. Back looks stunning. See Grey Kitty over here, maybe. Alex at 60. Nut Farm still rattled from the Plymouth badge. Alex at 60. Yeah, that's as clean as they get. Travis at 70. In the original envelope. I mean, it's just amazing. The number on the envelope still matches the number on the tag. It's never been out. Leo at 75. You bidding, Grey Kitty? Travis at 80. It's just cool pulling these things out when they match and have never been used. You see the flaws in the stamping, the little ripples in it from the stamping. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Let's see if we can check it out right here. Yep, there we can see it. Watch the timer right there. Hit 1 minute in the reflection of the plate. NT was Norton County, is what it stood for. Minute 30. There's the minute 30 mark. Travis at 80. Few seconds left, but this one's getting close. Travis at 80. Michael could go at 28. That was obviously an old bid that just popped up. I just saw that, Michael, though. And that does it. Travis at 80. So I literally just saw that on Facebook, Michael. That must have really been hung up in there bad. So you guys might want to hit refresh to try to get things caught back up. And yeah, there's a terrible lag there. So I tell you what, why don't you guys hit refresh real quick? And Kenny's thinking exactly what I was thinking. Let's do a bonus drawing while everybody gets refreshed real quick. Let's get out the big bonus drawing can, the awesome fleet can from the El Rico Refining Company. Let's just dig down in here and grab this, whatever this is. Whatever this is. And let's yank another name out of here. Oh, Michael's not on Wi-Fi tonight. Maybe that's hurting you then. Yep, you called it, Mark. Yep, you got it. You were right. You must have had like ESPN or something. And let's see what it is. Oh, these are cool. A little Ford station wagon. These are 50s era little plastic Ford wagons. These are actually pretty cool. All right, let's tuck that away over there. And I tell you what, something else we need to give away is we've still got 2 of these Canadian Rat Rod stickers to give away that were sent in the viewer box. We gave a few of these away. Let's give these away real quick as well. Travis gets one of them. All right, one going to Travis. These are cool with the Hot Rod Beaver on them. And let's go ahead and do one of these other ones real quick. We may squeeze another bonus drawing in a little bit later tonight before we dump the can. Michael Glagola on the other Canadian Hot Rod stickers. All right, let's get those put away over there. We'll save the can. We may squeeze one more in yet later tonight. So, all right, everybody hit refresh. Good to go. Ready to rock and roll and finishing up some more auctions. And on to the next piece. Something we've been doing a few of these, and you guys have so far liked them. Let's do another one of these scrapbooks full of ads. I'll give you an Auburn badge. Now, we've looked at some of these. I think Leo's bought most of them, if not all of them. These appear to be old magazine ads that they cut the vehicles out of and pasted them in this scrapbook. This one, I believe, is primarily Mopar. Leo at 40. Leo is not messing around. DeSoto's. Lots of DeSoto's in this one. More DeSoto's. All kinds of colorful DeSoto's. Black and white DeSoto's. They got this thing heavy on DeSoto's. DeSoto convertible. Check that out. Old 37 DeSoto. And you can see with the people standing in these and things like that, I literally think these were cut out of like Life magazine articles and pasted in, or ads, and then pasted in here. Brandon's digging it. Some earlier ones. And there's the other end of it. Brandon at 45. Let's get this thing rolling on the timer. Leo, 55. It is, I mean, somebody took it was a lot of work and a lot of time to put, like I said, I think these are just old magazine ads. I mean, you can see the people in them. You can see the backgrounds in the windows of the cars. I mean, I literally think these were just, old, they literally just cut the cars out and saved all the car pictures. I mean, check out this 39 with the guy standing there singing into the microphone, all decked out, definitely late 30s. I mean, absolutely a period piece. 1 minute has passed. 1 minute has gone. But you look at the way this guy is dressed. You look at the microphone stand. You look at this lady standing on the running board, how she's dressed. These are absolutely period pieces. Leo at 55. That's right. And they did a very good job cutting these out as well. There's the minute 30 mark. Leo at 55. You start, and I hadn't really looked at the people till now. You start looking at the people, and it's even cooler. This book is pretty much all DeSoto, yes. Leo at 55. Few seconds left. Leo at 55. And that does it. Leo at 55 on the DeSoto book. All right, another super cool piece. We have an armor badge. This is cool. Early 30s, I believe 31. This is actually a hubcap, not a grease cap. This actually was a hubcap. I believe it's like 31 Buick. Check this beast out. You see the B stamped in there. This hex area is all cast into the cap. Chrome cap on a steel base. You can see how that is all stamped all the way in the back, the whole area. Travis at 20, Kenny at 20. The B is actually stamped in. This does have some dents. It is scuffed and scratched around here, some thin spots in the chrome. There's Gray Kitty. I don't know if we can see her or not, but Gray Kitty, where are you at? Alex at 45. So super cool Buick cap. Let me give you a dimension on this one, and then we're going to get it on the timer. It's about 8 inches. Travis at 50. It's about 8 inches across here. So 8 inches side in diameter. The big B for the Buick, I think this is like a 31 Buick, I think is what this is. Travis at 50. Try to make sure you can see it in both cameras so the Facebook guys can see it as well. Yeah, Scuff Chrome made Big Job crazy. I'm sure it did. And there's the 1 minute mark. 1 minute has passed. Travis at 50. And there's the minute 30 mark. Minute 30 has passed. Travis hears crickets. I'd see him hear a lot of crickets, actually. Alex at 60. As we come down to the wire on this one, Alex at 60. We're ticking away. Few seconds left. Alex at 60. And that did it. Alex at 60. Zach came in at 61 at 2:01. Like that much too late. Alex at 60. So, one thing about that is Zach now knows exactly when to shoot if there's anything else he wants tonight. Just forewarning you guys. That was literally 2:01, Zach. So now so if there's anything else Zach wants tonight, guys, you better be on your A game. Yeah, there are sharks in the water tonight, and we still got cool stuff to go. Unless you guys are done. We can always stop at any time, but I've still got a few more things picked out yet for tonight. So including something else we've already seen previously on Sunday Night Live Chat. Something we saw about an hour ago. How about a promo model? How about a 64 Thunderbird promo model? Yes, this is actually an extra. Brian wants to go till midnight. I don't think we can all make it till midnight. Yes, I've got this one. I think Dad's got this one. The 1964 Ford Thunderbird. Brandon at 40, Leo at 50, Travis at 25. So Leo at 50. This is the Thunderbird promo we just looked at. Had all the specs on the bottom, all the original tires and wheels. We just looked at it earlier in the episode. Leo at 50 on the 64 T-Bird in yucky green, the descriptive term. Technically, it was Florentine green, but on the 64 Thunderbird promo, let's get rolling. We've got Leo at 50. Leo. Oh, the Area 51 color. Yeah. When you guys throw numbers up there while we're in the middle of auctions, it always throws me off. Got Leo at 50. We'll see what happens on this old Thunderbird. Leo's going to 51. And there's 1 minute. We've hit the 1 minute mark on the Thunderbird promo. Leo, 51. And there's the minute 30 mark. Everything's been pretty quiet on this. Coming down to the wire, Leo at 51. Bill Disc at 62, and that does it. Woo! You cut that one close, Bill, at about 158, but Bill Disc slid her in there at 62. And Travis came back at 66. There was no other time after Bill slid his in there, but good shooting by Bill. All right. The cool stuff just keeps coming. At least I'm trying to make cool stuff keep coming. Yes, we love grease caps. Yes, we've got another grease cap. Yeah, everybody's looking at the yellow truck. It's going to be, that's the raffle. So how about another grease cap? Another cool grease cap for one of those oddball manufacturers. One that didn't make it, one that didn't survive. Ones we don't see stuff very often on for the little Whippet. Check out the Whippet grease cap. The Whippet is nice and clear where it's stamped. It is whammied up here. This line is actually cast in at Tony at 10. We see it is threaded on the back. Leo at 40, Nut Farm at 40, Brandon at 40, had Leo at 40 first, Tweedly D at 30, Alex at 50, 3 inches across on the hex part of the Whippet, and 2 3/4 on the circle on the back. Leo at 60 on the Whippet cap. And we are on the timer. I did just fire it up. You can see the little whammos up here. Obviously, it's got some other scuffs and dings and scratches in it. Nut Farm says at 60 as well. I had Leo first at 60 on the Whippet cap. Cat, you better not push down on any buttons. Leo at 60 on the Whippet. And there's the 1 minute mark. 1 minute has passed on the Whippet. Alex at 65. I was waiting for that, Brandon. I was waiting for somebody to say whip it good. Leo 69. Alex 72. Leo 75. Minute 30. There's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute 30 seconds has passed. Leo at 75 on the Whippet cap. Few seconds left. Leo at 75. And that does it. Leo at 75. Cool piece. Facebook, I'm not seeing any comments over there and have not in quite a while. So if you guys are just hanging out, that's fine. I'm not seeing anything pop up, so I don't want to miss you guys if you're trying to bid on anything. Oh. All right. Who's ready for a horn button? Yep, we're there. Perfect. Thanks, Mike. Studebaker horn button. Kind of a plain one, but not, it's kind of plain, but it's kind of cool because that's kind of what makes it unique. Looks good. It has good color. It's mid-50s. I'm not sure on the exact year on this little Studebaker horn button. It is about 2 3/4 inches in diameter. Ooga, that's right. We see the little stars. We see the little Studebaker badge over here. Leo at 20. This was a press fit. It had like an O-ring on it to help snap it in. You can see all the detail on the back of this is all actually cast into the plastic. Has white, gold, and this kind of turquoise or teal green over here on the side. of this little Studebaker horn button. Leo starting us off at 20. So let's get this thing rolling on the timer. Kind of plain, but almost kind of unique because it is different and you got to kind of know what it is. And that's what makes it stand out. Still got a few more things lined up yet for tonight. Going to a really early magazine tonight, very early magazine, one of the earliest ones we've ever done tonight. So some interesting things there as well. Glad you guys are having fun tonight. Always try to work to have a good mix. And there's 1 minute. Leo at 20. Brandon at 21. Leo at 22 as we hit the minute 30 mark. There's a minute 30. Leo at 22 on the little Studebaker horn button. Alan at 23. Travis at 25. Mark at 25. We got a few seconds left on this, but things are starting to get interesting. I've got Travis at 25. I had him right before Mark. And that does it. Travis at 25. Travis tried to protect himself, but luckily it came in a little bit late. Travis at 25. All right. A few more things laid out for tonight. Hey, remembers back to Mark the Toy Guy. Everybody remembers Mark the Toy Guy from the video? Great dude. Talked to him for quite a while. Here's another cool little piece that I picked up from him. Looks great, except it's missing one tire. It is a Dinky made in England, and it is a double-decker bus. Dunlop, the world's master tire. Check this thing out. I just thought this thing was too cute. I had to grab it. Dunlop. On the double-decker bus, it is a Dinky. Leo at 20. It says Dinky right on the bottom of it. You guys can make all that out. It is missing one tire. Travis at 30. It says Dunlop on both sides. Pretty good piece other than missing the one tire. Has the entrance in the back, the entrance in the front. Actually, that's not an entrance in the front. Just the entrance in the back over here. So, okay, Travis is at 30. I said everybody's at 20, but Travis is at 30 on the little Dinky double-decker bus. Let's get this thing rolling. Travis at 30. Cute little booger. I just thought it was cool. Let me give you a size on this thing as well. It's about 4 inches long. Brandon at 31 and about 2 inches tall. I just thought it was kind of neat. Travis at 35. It is cool, Leo. I mean, it just jumped out at me. And I thought seriously about keeping it. And I was like, nah, they ought to move it on down the road. So Mark worked with me to work with it on you guys. He'd watched some of the videos. Nut Farm 36. Travis at 40. 1 minute has passed. Travis at 40 on the little double-decker bus. Dunlop tires advertising on it. Almost to the minute 30 mark. And there we are. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. Travis at 40. This thing is super cool. Let's see what you guys think here in a few more seconds. Few seconds left. Travis at 40. We're coming down to the wire. And that did it. Travis at 40. That is a cool little piece, too. Brandon at 41, a little too late. Must have been hung up in the system. All right, I got a couple more things yet tonight. Hood ornament. We haven't done a hood ornament. Let's do a hood ornament. We haven't done a hood ornament in a while. I think this is like a 41-ish Chevy. Definitely Art Deco. Kind of almost looks like a freight train. Check this beast out. To me, it looks like a train running down the track, the wind going by it. Nice bright chrome. Does have some pitting in it. Once again, tons of detail in this thing. Brandon at 40. Cat. Overall length is about 16 inches. Leo at 50. Travis at 41. Leo at 50. 16 inches. I think it's like a 41 Chevy, something like that. Money Train. So it's just like it flows. The whole thing flows. It's all design. It's all style. Brian at 60. See it from the front coming right at you. I don't think this was on a V12 hood, but I think it was Chevrolet, so it would have been on a 6-cylinder hood. Brian at 60. There is more metal in this than new car, probably. Brandon at 61. Imagine the things this thing saw going down the road over the decades. Cool piece. There's the 1 minute mark. We have now hit 1 minute on this one. Brandon at 61. Chugging down the track straight at you. 1:30. There's the minute 30 mark. I think it was like a 41. Brandon at 61. It might take some modification to put on your Cruze. It probably does weigh as much as the entire hood of your Cruze does, though. It ain't super heavy, but it's probably as much as your hood. Couple seconds left. Brandon at 61. And that does it. Brandon at 61 on this awesome hood ornament. All right, couple more things to go. How about some tractor stuff? Tractor matchbooks. Tractor matchbooks, and then let's squeeze in a can here, and then we're going to move on to the magazine. Once again, awesome graphics. Starting off with an International, wheel tractors, crawler tractors, and the complete line of International matched industrial equipment from the Robson Manning Company, IH Tractors. Leo at 25. And these are great ones, by the way. Chilcott Tractor and Sales, Mankato, Kansas, from the Ferguson system. Farm with Ferguson implements, hydraulically controlled. There's the tractor on the matchbook. There's the list of the Ferguson equipment on the back. There's I forgot to show you the inside of the International one as well. Mike's bidding -5 because of Ferguson probably. And another one like this one because it's a Farmall. McCormick Deering Farmalls. The new Farmalls, time-proved Farmall fieldability. McCormick Deering Farmall tractors, RS Heed, Billings, Montana. So there they are, all three, one-shot deal. Leo starting us off at 25 on the tractor matchbooks. Oh, I did save all the Garden City and Leote ones for you too, Mike. So those are in your box. Actually, Tractor Mike's got a pretty good box stacked around here anyway of cool stuff that's sitting here for him. Leo at 25. We're going to squeeze one more can in after this, and then we're going to move on. So I think Leo may be getting serious about these matchbooks as well. Marks Jones. Well, you got 1 minute to think about it, Mark. Because we're down to 1 minute. If you can hold off one more minute, Mark, you might be safe. You're a bad man, even if you need a haircut. Hey, I saved the Leote and the Garden City tractor matchbooks for you. The minis, I saved all those. They're in your box right now. Mark at 27. Mark couldn't do it. Mark couldn't make it a minute without bidding on matchbooks. Leo at 30. And there's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. Leo 30. Mark at 32. Coming down to the wire. We're getting close. Few seconds left. Mark at 32. Do not step on the keyboard, Cat. Mark at 32. Leo at 33. Mike Straw, Tractor Mike at 35. Tractor Mike at 35 right there at the end on top of everybody. Tractor Mike slid one in on everybody. You got to watch out when tractor stuff comes out. Tractor might come out of the blue on that one. Alan says suspicious tonight. Brian, you have zero idea of how true that statement is. I happen to know firsthand how true that statement is. But Brian, you have no clue. Brian Schultz just said Tractor Mike knows how to party. Boy, you have no clue how true that statement is. May or may not have been involved in like a really lot of poor decisions with Tractor Mike over the years. Like a really lot of poor decisions, but hey, that's okay. We're going to have a Hudson badge and not worry about it. Let's catch one more can tonight. And maybe a gray cat. I'm going to grab the can of the gray cat. I can grab the gray cat and sell you too. We haven't done any actual individual cans tonight, so this is kind of cool. It's kind of different. It doesn't have a lot of cool graphics, but it is a different can, not one I've seen before. Travis at 25, you don't even care. It is a steel can. It's diesel fuel conditioner. Malco diesel fuel conditioner. Great colors on this thing. It is dented over here a little bit, but still looks amazing. One thing I thought was really cool about this thing is look at the seam on this. Old school steel metal can. A must for diesels. Malco diesel fuel conditioner. Original cap, still intact. It is empty. I actually just drained it. Travis loves it. It is cool. It is a neat can. Put your feet off the keyboard. I don't trust you. Let's get this thing rolling on the last piece for tonight. On the Malco diesel fuel conditioner can, Tweedledee at 30. Okay, I'm going to give you a dimension. I just saw something else. It is about 7.5 to the cap. Tweedledee at 30. And about 2 5/8 in diameter. Right here, 1961. I'll show both cameras if you guys can make it out. It is dated. Travis at 31, 1961 right here. We'll get it over here on the Facebook camera as well. Hopefully you guys can make it out over here. It does say 1961 on it. So 60-plus-year-old can. Nice bright colors. Black and yellow. Malco diesel fuel conditioner. Travis at 31. One minute has passed. 1 minute's gone. We've got 1 minute left on tonight's auctions. And then we're into tonight's magazine, which is super old and super cool. Directions. For smokers, use 1 pint to each 50 gallons of fuel for the first 1,000 miles. Then use 1 pint for each 100 gallons to accomplish the following. 1 minute, 30 seconds is gone. Keep injectors clean, prevent carbon and max clogging, aid in combustion, clean coated fuel systems, counteract sulfur in fuel, protect metering valves and fuel pumps from rust and corrosion. Malco diesel fuel conditioner will improve the efficiency of any diesel engine and the performance of low-grade diesel fuels. Few seconds left on this thing. Travis at 31. Anybody going to snipe him or not? We're just about down to the wire. Travis at 31. Zach at 36. Leo at 39, and that does it. Leo at 39. Travis at 40. Leo at 39 right at the end. Thought Zach was going to get it. Leo came in at 39 right at the last second to snipe that one up. That is a good-looking can for being 60-plus years old. And that wraps it up for the auctions tonight. Awesome, guys. Had a ton of fun. And glad you guys had a blast and glad you guys like the stuff. And remember, we're just getting to the tip of the iceberg. I keep digging stuff out, the swap stuff from the swap meet, stuff I'm finding around here. A lot of cool stuff laying around lined up. So thanks for the Johnny Carson comments. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Everybody had a good time, it looks like. And let's get back to our sheet here. If I can get to the sheet that I need. Hey, you do not step down. Thanks, lots of comments. You guys had, looks like you guys had a great time, which is the whole purpose. You are a pest. Mark says, yep, it has big time broke. Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, I'll just let you look at it one more time before we ship it to you. And then you realize how cool it is. So, what? Let's all have a Hudson badge after that. Thanks for playing, everybody, tonight. We had a blast. Can I help you? Hey. Hey, we're not done with the show yet, dum-dum. What? All right. Say hi one more time, and then you're going to get down. Yes, you're going to get down. Okay? You're going to get down because you're wandering around here. You're going to step on something. Yes, you're going to step on something. Yes. Okay? All right. Tell everybody bye. Say bye-bye. I'm a dum-dum, so I'm going to tell you bye-bye. Yeah, say bye-bye. There. Gray Kitty in 2024. All right. Let's do another bonus drawing, then we're going to dump the can out. All right. One more. Out of the big Fleet El Rico can. Stuffed full of wrapped up goodies when we don't know what they are. Let's dig in here and let's see. What do we got here? We got this one. I love this can too. All right. One more before we dump out the big Buick oil can for the September raffle. Got to be a new winner. Then anybody else has won tonight. So Johnny Z, Lee, and Big Job, Travis, Mark, and Michael have all won tonight. We want to get one more winner in tonight. Lee's already won. So let's grab another one. We want to get them mixed up. Michael's already won tonight. Kenny Peterson. Kenny Peterson's our last one for the night. Let's see what we got in here, Kenny. Sometimes I wrap these things up a little too good. Like this one. Oh, a little Woody wagon toy. Little funky little wagon toy. Looks like a 49 Ford. So we'll put Kenny's name on that. As always, these bonus raffles will go with your next shipment. They do not ship by themselves. So, and I do miss them sometimes. I apologize, guys. I always do. If I miss them on your next shipment, I'll try to get them in the following one. All right, we got Kenny's name on that one. And with that, Kenny didn't even see it. It's a little toy, like a little Ford Woody toy, like a little Hot Wheel. It is called the Structo Rough Rider. Okay, and with that, it's time. Empty out the big Buick oil can from this month's raffle. Make sure we're empty. Make sure we are ready to go for the month of September with the DX sign, the Structo truck, and the Buick horn button. So let's fill her back up this month, guys. $1 per chance. Every dollar you send me, get your name into the big Buick oil can one time. And we're going to give away this magnificent piece this month. Look at the shine on that thing. This thing's like new. It's like a baby's butt. Oh, Kenny was on a fridge run. You can go on a bonus drawing, Kenny. It's one of the bonus drawings. Auburn badge. All right, let's get into tonight's magazine. Like I said, we're going really early this time. Really early. One of the earliest magazines that we've ever done. We've done a few earlier than this, but this is definitely one of the earlier ones. What? Back to 1951. Yep. Early. Whole different world. in the car world in 1951. December of 1951, as a matter of fact, with a cover price of 25 cents. The December 1951 issue of Hot Rod. Now, remember, Hot Rod had only been on the scene for 3 years at this point. Oh, Kenny's had COVID, so he hasn't been feeling very good. So yeah, I bet you're really out of it. Yeah, it's probably been kicking your butt. So the December 1951 Hot Rod. So let's check out what was going on. Cat, you were going to step on something. You got to move. All right. Let's get into this thing. Check out some of the articles. Starting off with something that in today's world is so commonplace that there are probably more of these cars equipped this way than there are originals. And that is a V8 in your Model A. There are probably more V8 Model A's now than there are four-cylinder Model A's. Except, of course, at this point in 51, very, very few V8s out there, with the exception of the flathead V8. The overhead valve V8, obviously Cadillac and Olds got it in 49. Buick did not have it yet. Buick was still a straight 8. Pontiac Chevy did not have a V8. Ford was still flathead V8. The Hemi just came out. 51 was the first year of the Hemi. So a whole different animal. When we put ourselves back into 1951, a V8 and a Model A was a pretty big deal. So check this out. I mean, this is as old school and as real as it gets. Finned heads, dual carbs on a flathead swapped into a Model A. This one's pretty. Another thing, this magazine is really fragile. Its cover's about to fall off of it, so I'm going to try to be pretty careful with it. But talks a lot about what it takes not only to do the engine swap, but also the front end to handle that V8 swap. And even a few more. And there again, about everything in here is black and white, with the exception of like some ads. They added some color to it. So, yep, it is packed in there. That's for sure, Randall. Now, something else that they were doing a lot of back then, there was an article here on the reliability run. Teamwork at work. A reliability run points out benefits of coordination and good driving sense. So, kind of weird how they did all these tests and these reliability runs that check mileage and fuel economy and vehicle testing and things like that back in 51. Literally a whole different world than what we're used to on a lot of this stuff. This next article I thought was super cool. Tips on timing. Pioneer organization develops efficient mobile system for clocking speed events. Known in speed circles all over the country, members of the Southern California Timing Association are justifiably very proud of their achievements in developing what has been described as the most elaborate course equipment of any such organization. The average track fan or spectator has little idea of the complication of setting up a speed course for timing to the fourth decimal of a mile per hour, 1,000th of a mile per hour. But this is being done by members of the association about every other weekend, and the time required to set up the necessary equipment has been reduced to about 2.5 hours by very efficient course crews. Now, obviously today, we're used to photo cell timing, slow motion cameras, all computerized, and all kinds of amazing stuff. Look at what they had in 1951, and this was state of the art. This was a state of the art timing system in 1951. Check this out, guys. That was it. Clocks, mirrors. I thought that was really super cool. Obviously, with what we're used to dealing with today, this is where it all started. Actually shows them out setting up the sensors on the track, hooking it all up. Really a whole different animal than what we're used to now. But this was state-of-the-art technology. This was brand new, and they were making it work. Kenny's digging it. Yeah. 1951. I mean, that's what's weird. We got to put ourselves back in 1951. You know, the NHRA was born in 51. Hot Rod Magazine started printing in 48. I mean, this is the cusp of what we know today. And of course, some hot rods. What we're used to seeing in a lot of these: smooth, smart, and speedy, channeled, unchopped coupe. Your typical 32 with a flathead V8. There again, your stereotypical hot rod in 1951 that, in all honesty, would still be pretty cool today. Flat tops and greased hair. Yep, that's true. Now, this article was very interesting. I didn't read the whole thing, but this is kind of different because you got to remember this is 1951, not 2001, not 2011, not 2021. Scott's Oldest Magazine 63. I got to be. I don't have a lot of these early ones, but this is probably worth checking out. So this is 1951. Doris Stinson, yes, Doris. Doris Stinson's desire to own a roadster was not arrived at overnight, but was the product of dreams built up since she was old enough to tell the difference between stock cars and hot rods. When other girls her age were still content with dolls as playthings, Doris was acquiring a reputation as a competent tire changer and wrench passer. The teenage hot rod enthusiast of Bell, California, recognized her ability and ambitions and helped her increase her store of mechanical knowledge. Meanwhile, the older Doris became the more sure she was of the fact that a competition roadster was the only type of automobile she would care to own. The article is entitled Lady of the Lakes, the sole girl entrant at Bonneville proves hot rods not entirely a man's game. Yep, a lady running at Bonneville in 51. That's true, Shopcat. I wonder if back then there was a geez, everybody's putting flatheads and everything, just like LS's. Could be. I don't know. Really unique, though, in 1951. Obviously, we're used to women racing, Shirley Muldowney, people like that helped break the mold years ago, but started even well before that. 1951, a lady racing at Bonneville was a pretty big deal. These next couple articles are pretty quick ones, just a couple cool pictures, but they are well worth looking at. Action at Caddo Mills. Texas Rodders mission accomplished. They now have their own drag strip. Check out these hot rods. Like I said, this thing's about to fall apart. I got to be careful. It is falling apart. So, but check out these old hot rods. Now they got their drag strip set up and going. And the next one is SCTA, Southern California Timing Association. Travis has got to bail off. Glad you're here tonight, Travis. SCTA at El Mirage Desert Speed event features high speed but poor surface condition. This thing is awesome. Ford coupes, tankers. It's fallen out, but I'm going to try to get this thing up where you guys can see it fairly well. And that gets us, as you can tell, where it's falling apart, about to the halfway point of the magazine. So let's go back and catch the first half of ads, and then we'll catch the rest of this magazine next week. But there is a ton of cool ads. We got to remember, 1951. This is the beginning of the hot rod world as we know it. And inside, the inside cover as well as the first page, both full page ads. The first one for the Newhouse Automotive Industries. The second from the Southern California Muffler Company. We'll just hold this up and take it in for a second because this thing is, there's just so much cool stuff in here. Alan, in 1951, the first year for the Hemi. Yeah, that's right. And that's another good point, Alan. You know, they were already making conversion kits. You could get motor mounts. You could put a flathead in anything because you couldn't even get the other engines yet, much less ways to swap them out. Big Job's got to bail off. Glad you were here. And the next ad we want to check out, the Eastern Supply Company, Eastern Auto Supply, custom accessories, LA, California, electric door and trunk lock conversions, Mercury Grill Center, Ford and Mercury 49 and 51 wire looms, Chevrolet dual point conversion, Chevrolet steering wheel. Check this one out. Yeah, that's right. I thought Big Job was going to bail off a long time ago. The next one from the Auto Accessories Company. Better hurry. Get your gift list started now. V8 fender emblems, dual point conversions, chrome dually tailpipes, Continental tire kits, fog lights for 51 Ford grills. I don't know if J.C. Whitney was in business by 51 or not. I would guess they probably were, but I'm not sure. We'll see if we see any of their ads pop up throughout this magazine. But check this one out. If Tractor Mike's still on, maybe he gets some fog lights for a 51 Ford. He's got like the nicest 51 Victoria on the freaking planet. So, but check out all the goodies from the Auto Accessories Company in 1951. Victoria Bab. Victoria Baby. Okay. I'll get you some new fog lights for the 51 Vicky. For peak performance, join the increasing number of enthusiasts using the Dunn Track Cam. Check this out for the Dunn Engineering Company. And one more ad we want to catch yet tonight. The Mile-O-Meter has William Holden co-starring in Submarine Command in a Paramount picture as a Mile-O-Meter driver. Mile-O-Meter makes a perfect gift that comes beautifully wrapped in something every man wants. The perfect and practical gift for every and any man, as well as for the man who has everything. With the Mile-O-Meter on the car's instrument panel, he'll be a proud driver. He'll know just how many miles per gallon he's getting at all times at every speed. He'll save gas and repair bills by getting more miles per gallon. He'll know just how efficiently his engine is operating when it's time for a tune-up. He'll think of you every time he drives his car. Yes, the Mile-O-Meter. Keep track of your gas mileage, everything. It told you everything. The predecessor to today's computer, I guess. The J.C. Whitney might be in the back. I did not go through the whole thing, obviously. That wraps us up for the first half of the magazine, and we're, 2:45 into tonight, so about time to wrap it up. We definitely don't want to get into the rest of it. We'd be here all night if we try to catch the rest of the magazine and squeeze it all in yet this evening. So we'll save that for later, but that's a great point. We'll see if J.C. Whitney does pop up in this magazine in 1951. Did Mark see 1,000,000 miles? Let's check that ad one more time. See if it said 1,000,000 miles. It could have. They would make all kinds of claims. You remember, things were a little looser in your truth for advertising laws back then, I think. No, I think it's, let's see. Here's what it says about 1,000,000 miles. It fits every car, regardless of year or make. Can be installed by anyone in a few minutes. Fully guaranteed over 1 million in use. So they claim they had sold 1,000,000 Mile-O-Meters at that point, is what they were claiming with that million statement. There were 1,000,000 in use. That's how popular they were. Everybody had to have one. So, good eye, Mark. So that catches the first half of the December 1951 issue of Hot Rod Magazine. We'll finish the rest of that up next week. And with that, I think we'll get ready to wind this one down. A lot of you guys are getting ready to wrap up. I know a lot of you guys are getting tired. We'll give you another Auburn badge. We'll give you another Hudson badge. A lot of those were very questionable claims, Scott. But like I said, the truth in advertising laws, I think, were a little more lenient back then. or people just didn't care. They just printed whatever they want and expecting it. If you wanted to try and prove them wrong, it was a little harder back then. But what else is coming up this week? Still got tons of new inventory to share with you guys. We're going to be getting some more new inventory videos up this week. Got more Pioneer Village stuff to come up this week. I'm going to try to give Will a shout, see how things went, how they felt the car show went from their end. Check in with them on the Adopt a Car program, things like that we've talked about. So definitely hope to touch base with them. And perfect, Mark, no problem. It's an eyebrow raising total, yes, but that thing is beautiful. And really, I mean, they bring at least that for guys that need them. So I mean, it's well worth every penny of that. So it wasn't like you overpaid for it. But so we'll be getting some new inventory up. What are we gonna do Tuesday night? I got signs signs from Springfield that I'm keeping. Got some other few pieces I'm springing. Number one's back. He found the cat. Perfect. He's in the house the entire time, of course. So we got some signs and some stuff that's going into my collection that, you'll dig it, Mark. Like I said, I've got one that I kept. They're a beautiful piece. So we may squeeze some of that in Tuesday night and get some more inventory up. So Scott says, tell everyone watch the spaceship to return. I didn't know there was a spaceship coming in tonight. NASA.org, you can watch the spaceship coming in. Okay, was not aware of that. I don't buy a lot of tobacco signs. I think I've got a few. There's some of them I kind of like. I mean, I'm not a smoker. I've never smoked. I've never chewed. So, but there's a few of them I kind of like, primarily for the colors and the graphics. But I don't have much on them, and don't really. I mean, there's a few I wouldn't mind having, but I'm not big on them. Obviously, anything automotive, gas and oil, and some soda. But there are some tobacco signs that I do kind of like, but just have never been real big on buying them. So we'll catch some Toy Tuesday live Tuesday night, and try to get some of this new inventory shot, and try to get some more of it picked up. I've got to get some more cars hauled. Yard walk, we'll probably try to just put that off for a few weeks. Is there a way to fit in a viewers rides thing? The only thing you can do is if you sent me pictures, we could probably squeeze some of that in, and I could show pictures of them. We could do some of that. I wouldn't have a problem doing any of that either. About squeezing in some of your guys' cars, I would absolutely not have a problem doing that at all. But so we'll probably go ahead and we'll just plan on here. We'll do one before the auction, which is October 7th. So sometime within the next month. So here, 2-3 weeks, something like that. Let's try to squeeze in a yard walk. That'll get me time to get a few more things moved around at the yard. It's going to start looking a lot different out there, especially over on that side that's all grown up. So remind me of that next week. We'll see what we can get picked. We'll try to get something nailed down to do a live walk around the yard coming up in the next few weeks. And we'll definitely be on Tuesday Night Live and try to get some of this new inventory shot, maybe slide in a Pioneer Village video. We've got some awesome stuff from Pioneer Village I want to share with you guys. So Kenny liked the magazine tonight. Great. Appreciate that, guys. And with that, I'll keep an eye on comments here for a few more seconds as we get ready to wind down and wrap this thing up for tonight. Episode number 178 is in the book for tonight. Glad you guys made it. I was a little worried about it being a holiday weekend if anybody was going to be on tonight or if we were going to have a good crowd. But you guys showed up. You participated. We had a lot of fun, and that's what counts. Tractor Mike wants to see the spray van. Anybody want to see the Cara spray? Heavy salt water kills grass and weeds for salvage yards. I've been using regular spray on mine. Chasing the cat cost him the whole show. We're glad you got back at the end, number one. So if anybody wants to see this Cara spray, we'll have to squeeze that in too. Mike wants to see the Cara spray. We can go over riding the Cara spray. So I bet you guys probably want to see that too. So we'll see if we can squeeze in the Care Spray. It's interesting. Yeah, that's true. The salt one probably wouldn't be good on the cars either. So with that, we're going to put number 178 in the books. Any news on the airplane? No, I've got to get the airplane moved. I had a guy call me yesterday trying to buy it, and he was like begging to buy it. I was like, I don't want to sell it. He found some airport that wants it. I was like, it's going to the yard. I want it out on the highway. So no, but I do need to get. I've got it. Doug's got a bunch of cars to list for the auction, so I will be talking to him this week and try to get something nailed down. But I do have to get the airplane moved. I know they want it out of there, so I've got to get the airplane moved. That's going to be a lot of fun doing that. But I can't wait to do it. I want to video it and share it with you guys. So I'm just hoping it fits on Doug's truck well enough to get it out there. So hopefully that will be coming soon. Are we painting the Nobody's logo on the plane? I don't know. I thought about putting like Nobody's on nose art on it, but I don't know. We'll see. I got to get it here first and figure out where I'm going to put it. But anyway, let's go ahead and put this one to bed, guys. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the participation, the comments, the participation, the auctions. No, I don't think she's the pinup girl. Nobody's Airlines. There we go. I did have some people say, like, for Halloween, I should put, like, skeletons in it and light it up and all kinds of crazy ideas. But I got to get it here first. That's I got to physically get the thing here. So hopefully we can get Doug's roll back up here, and hopefully it fits and it works out. So anyway, Santa at Christmas. Yep. We'll see how it all works. I just got to get it moved. Easter Bunny. Yeah, you guys are going to create a lot of work to try to decorate the plane for every holiday. That or put aliens in it, yeah. So, with that, guys, I think I'm going to get ready to wrap this thing up. Just have to make giant ears, okay? Add a nose with whiskers. That'd be interesting. So, all right, let's go ahead and wind this thing down. We'll see some of you Tuesday night, 7 o'clock for some Toy Tuesday. And we'll get some of that new inventory up this week. I'm going to list a bunch of cars for F&E this week. Be sure to stay up on that. I'll start popping videos on the F&E Collector Auto Auction YouTube channel this week, as well as some more Facebook posts. Be sure to check out the website, FEClassicCarAuction.com, to keep up with the consignments as they're coming in, which I will hopefully be getting a lot of those done this week. And we will see you all right back here Sunday night, 7 o'clock next week for Sunday Night Live Chat. Now, we're going to push the walk around off for a couple weeks. Try to squeeze it in maybe here in a week or two on a couple weeks on a Sunday or something. So I'm going to get a few more things moved around before we go ahead and do the yard walk, I think. So, but it is coming soon. I want to get one done before the auction on October 7th. So sometime here in 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to shoot for that. Be sure to get your chances in for this month. Get in early. We're going to give this away at the end of the month, but we're going to do bonus raffles all month as well. You don't want to miss any of that action. We're going to lock this thing down, wrap this thing up, and we sure hope to see you all right back here. And hey, Brian's going to be on the way here next week. We'll see where Brian dispatches at next Sunday night on his trek to Great Bend, Kansas to pick up his Buick. So we're going to get his stuff ready and see where he signs in from at next week. That'll be interesting. Hopefully he gets to a hotel where he can jump on with us, and we'll find out where he's at so that we will see when he's going to be here. Hopefully maybe a week from tomorrow to pick up his Buick. So exciting week. I hope you guys all have a great week. We'll see some of you Tuesday night, and we definitely hope to see you all right back here next Sunday night, same bat time, same bat channel for Sunday Night Live Chat. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week.